Good morning to those of you who are waking up, and good afternoon to those who are already late in the day. It's me again, Calmrat, Chris. Nice to have you join. Let's take a look at how things have been going for us for the past 24 hours or so. I would like to point out that in yesterday's episode or yesterday's analysis, I ended up drawing out this, this rising wedge, which, for what it's worth, actually is exactly what we've been doing today. And it's kind of telling as well. I start to notice that the halves, are really important as well. I can't draw worth a damn, but that's approximately halfway down the middle here, and we can see that we were hitting the middle point there. Maybe if I draw a Gann Fann actually right there, it might be more clear, right? You could actually maybe see. Maybe we could get something from it like that, right? So you can see that we didn't make it through there, which means we were pumping up to the upside. We ended up really easily clearing through the point 1231, and my longs ended up making me some money last night. I ended up selling out in this area as we pumped with a pretty strong vector candle to the upside before we ended up pulling back down. I've lost a little bit because I ended up going long again, rather somewhere around here, thinking we might be on this, turning this into support, but we fell through it pretty quick, and actually I think I was actually stopped out of about a third of my trade around the 0.1230 on CRO just a few minutes ago, actually, maybe like 45 minutes ago or so in this past candle within the past hour. And I'm going to be looking now to see what's ahead of us for the rest of the day. Well, it does look like we're holding to this structure. So it's does kind of bother me that we did do this kind of stop hunt loss up here, where of course we're triggering a bunch of stops on the upside for the people shorting right in this area. We push through them, of course, and then we trigger more liquidations and so forth and push ourselves higher. This is where, if anyone is going to be with a large capital, going to be accumulating and pushing the market in one way or another, this is the spot where I see that they would be interested in collecting, accumulating their shorts, building their short position while getting rid of their longs. And we did pull back significantly. So we're bouncing along the line that we might expect. And going into the next, basically the day, if we end up through the day below the 1228, 1230 levels, well, we can expect a tumble even further, probably at least to the 1220, and unfortunately probably even deeper than that into the 11, and then retesting back down here where there's a pretty strong accumulation zone that I drew out yesterday. That's still my thesis for the time being. I am still long, and I will be accumulating as we pull back. I expect us probably to come back down to the 1230 levels and then pump back up through the day. We are green across the board. DXY is not strongly down for the day, but it is down for the day. Euro's up, so maybe people are just moving into euro. The yen and the won are up. We are opening. U.S. market opens in about, I think, 10 minutes approximately. So we're definitely getting into the, we're in the pre-market or the Brinks, the U.S. Brinks session. EU is ending as we speak. We're going to look here now at CRO from a slightly different perspective. Daily open, we actually came back down and touched it exactly, almost. That 1226 level is where we bounced. I traded out around this zone And unfortunately, I wasn't at the computer. I would have rebought in. And that's why I'm looking to start programming a bit more and build some bots and build some logic into this, because I would have done this differently if I was sitting here. But we did pop right back up into where we started the U.S. Opening session, the pre-market, and that was where the day started, which is where Tokyo and Asia kind of started us off for the day, pushing us up into the point 1250 levels before we did come tumbling back down. So if we continue the trajectory, okay, I'm just going to keep analyzing this out loud. It is entirely possible that we do a pump up and recover some of these levels. Let's see on a 15-minute chart if we have any vector candles that have not been recovered. No, all of this has been covered. Okay, so it's more likely, it seems, that we will be actually, maybe, this candle here, these two candles here could still be the range that we will pump up to in the US open market. So 1260 before pulling back down. I do expect that we will likely retest the golden pocket here. I don't think we're out of this quite yet. We are going to be facing this clear, the clear strength in terms of the accumulation fan that I have here, which is still mapping pretty damn good, even though I mapped it several days ago to the current levels. We might be able to move this down to something more like that. Maybe, we could see if it fits even better. No. It doesn't get any better than actually what we have here right now. So I mean, I do expect us still to come back down for a retesting of this golden pocket. I don't think we're done here. We didn't get that much volume in this zone. I don't know. Do I have VPVR? I do VPVR. Where are we at? Yeah, there wasn't that much volume. We are picking up volume in this space, though, which is, of course, also where we were hitting resistance back in basically the beginning of the month, or like a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago, it looks like. And it's not going to be quite so easy to just get through this golden pocket without a retest. So I would expect that, upper limits for the day might be 1260. And if we're really pumpy, we might actually pump into the US, where the EU was opening today, where the Asian markets left us, 1265, where I was sleeping through the night there and cleared out of some of my trades. And then if we don't, again, this is that kind of half mark here, badly drawn. And then that might be the fake out where people would buy, accumulate shorts, and then we'd head back down towards the golden pocket. So maybe up to 1265, 1275, would be a really strong day, obviously. I do suspect, though, that we continue to have a downward momentum, so I will be still leaning towards shorting than into the Jackson Hole announcement, which is still in at least a week, if not 10 days. We have the Ethereum 2 merge, the consensus merge coming up in about 2 weeks as well. We got a lot of really actually interesting news coming up, so I would suspect that we'll still be pushing into accumulation while the news is keeping us on our toes. In the short term, though, we are recovering. On the 15-minute chart, we just recovered entirely this little vector candle. So I would expect a little pullback. What do we have here? From several days ago, we kind of mapped out the important fib levels from the previous tumble, and we are kind of hitting resistance right at that level. So again, if we can, so here's the bullish side. If we can pump up today, come back, and then hold 1230, 1236. We're in good shape for actually pumping further into the next few weeks. If we pump, pull down, hit the eventually hit the either the daily open, and the daily open is going to be also another important line for the day. But if we can hold 1230, then we might have another pump before we come back down. And if we can't, and we just go straight down, then we're really in trouble, because if we can't do 1230 and we hit 1230 as resistance, then we're gonna come back down, retest the golden pocket again, probably fail one last time going into the end of the month, and really trying to complete, whoever's out there shorting right now and accumulating is going to want to try to complete maybe one last massive push to the downside, accumulate, wait for the September news, and then start the pump. It's also possible that actually they're not done even close, and we get the September news way out, somewhere out here, and then further down we go. We got to watch it closely. You have to be here every day. You can't just let it go if you're trading day to day. And I am keeping my ranges much tighter. I'm taking my profits, setting my stop losses, trying to really get disciplined about it. Looking at the data that I can see, and moving my projections out as the day goes along, in day to day. So from here, going back to the CRO, I'm not even looking at Bitcoin. I know that CRO and other assets are going to be essentially correlated with Bitcoin, but I'm trading CRO on an hourly and minute to minute basis. So that's what I'm watching on a much tighter time frame, and just keeping my eye on it. But I am watching DXY, which is actually retracing. It has retraced a bit today to the upside. It did just do a quick pullback, so that's a good sign in terms of maybe we'll have a little pump again to the upside for the rest of the assets. But I want to look real quick, just to take a step back. Let's go back 4 hours here and look where we're at. And I don't know. I'm doing this analysis on the fly, so. Where are we at? Okay, so we did bounce right off of, again, this longer term. This is going out to the first of the month, which would be an accumulation projection, where we would assume that the pressure will be kind of to come back into this space and hold resistance. So, and we did bounce off of that, which is a good sign for the day, which means we might still have a chance to actually push further up into some of these higher resistance levels, or the distribution levels. Within the next few days, we could even see like a 13 plus again retest some of these levels from last week, but that's going to be a harder thesis to complete, because we are really already showing resistance as it is. We're not moving really strong in any way, shape, or form to give me the confidence that somehow today all of a sudden there's no really good news. We're all just waiting on the news of the day. Volumes are pretty pathetic actually on CRO right now. For all it's worth, there's not really much going on. This dump didn't even take much volume at all to get it down there. In fact, we are seeing some increase on the short term, but let's see. What about, where are we on the daily? If we take a second, I'm just going to do this real quick. So if we look out, if we get rid of September, get rid of those and go out even. Sorry, let's go to December. Let's go to the December marks that I had laid out also previously. Yeah, we're very much riding the bullish bearish line for if we project this out till December. And of course, we got a long way to go if we anticipate seeing any sort of distribution. I mean, we the next level for us, we're right again. If we look for what it's worth, a trend line, it's kind of like, again, approximately down the middle. We are about at the spot where there's going to be a decision made, and if we collapse through this Actually, that's a pretty interesting thing to note. If we collapse approximately through this in the next 3 days or so, we are likely in for, unfortunately, a pretty deep fall. Hopefully, we get caught here in the point two, point. Hopefully, we get caught somewhere up here in the 0.6 range rather than going all the way to the bottom. That would be really tough. But we could still lose 50% in the coming months if we don't hold this line. Keep an eye out for it. We are riding the edge, basically. It's not pleasant to look at, as a matter of fact, now that I'm reviewing this again. But we are, generally speaking, on a downtrend, as everyone knows. So let's watch for it. I would say that basically 1150 by the end of the month is kind of the down, the low target. And we can hope that if we get down there, so get your, I might be looking at getting buy orders in, just sitting in the books around 1150, maybe 1145, even maybe 1140, maybe all the way down to 11, just because we know once we hit this, there's going to be a lot of liquidations and stop losses being hit. So it tends to go down further, and then we could then start our pump back up, sort of thing. Which of course is wild the way I just drew it. But in an ideal world, actually, we start pumping pretty quick to keep through this, but then we might fall back down, and then we have a bit more space to work within this triangle, or within this diamond shape. The next, let's say, zone, which brings us out to October. So through the end of the month, I mean, it's going to be, we're on the edge. We're very much on the edge of what's possible. I do believe the U.S. stock market just opened. So let's just look at the end of the month one more time on the hourly time frame and see what's going on. We have recovered the last candle completely, and we're in a pretty decent spot for a pullback here, a small pullback to 0.37-ish, and rising. So it looks like the day is going to be green. It's going to be volatile, of course. I'm going to be looking at 1246 as the upside target for the first, take profits, upside 48, 51, and then really get out around 53, with an expectation that I would then be shorting for a retrace within the 57, 60, 70, up to 65, 65 levels. So once we're in this space, as you see here, this is this gets quickly, this is your stop loss hunt zone where it gets quickly retraced, and this is the point from which you would accumulate shorts. And so if we do make it into this zone, I will be again accumulating shorts and looking at longer term pullback here into the range of where we're hopefully a bit higher than where we're trading now, but wherever we end the day today, if we're positive. If we don't end the day positive today, then I'm afraid we will have a bit more pain. Hopefully it will be another long accumulation zone down here, accumulate longs in the 1230s down to about the 1230 zone. Again, maybe for a double, W here would be nice to see on the hourly. And well, that's my blabbing for the day. Good luck trading out there, guys. I want to hit the books, and if you are coding, if you'd like to work on some projects, if you have your own trades going, if you agree with my CRO analysis, if you trade using Gann Fanns, if you have your own ways to model things, if you understand any of this clearly better than I do, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and go ahead and of course subscribe, like, hit that bell, and let me know if this is at all helpful for you. And if it's not, well, that's too bad, because it is helpful for me. At least I do see we're getting a pullback. So this is probably a decent place to be taking in some small long positions, and have fun. Bye.